Hello guys, Richie here from the Mac and Cabby channel. So I just wanted to do a video today just to get my feelings and my thoughts out about obviously what's been happening these past few games with Sunderland. What I will say is I am absolutely sick and tired now of excuse after excuse. Same thing every single week is coming from Reggie and the players. Oh, it's we're gonna be changing our mentality going into these next few games. We're gonna start putting more pressure onto teams and trying to find a way to win games. And I'm sorry, but Reggie's plan's not working. So it's simple as that. I am absolutely fed up now as a Sunderland supporter. I mean, in a couple of weeks ago, I did have a lot of hope that maybe we could flick a switch, and obviously play a lot better than what we have these last 4 or 5 games. But yesterday, for me, it's just appalling. We didn't even have a single shot on goal yesterday, from what I've been looking at the stats and things, and I'm sorry, but the performance yesterday was absolutely appalling. I tell you something as well, in my opinion, I am fed up with Wilson Isidore. He is just absolute dog crap. To put it quite simply, he is awful. Since he is signed for us in January on a permanent deal, he has just lost the plot. I just can't get away with Wilson Isidore anymore, and I just don't want to see him start another game for, whether we haven't got cover or not. He just doesn't bring anything to us. He doesn't. It doesn't matter how we supply Wilson Isidore. I mean, a lot of excuses are coming out saying, "Oh yeah, we're pumping balls up to him and expecting him to get on the end of it." And yeah, we are. That is true. But what else does he do? He does absolutely nothing. He doesn't hold up the play. He doesn't give defenders an absolute horrible game. He's just, in my eyes, he looks lazy. He just doesn't look like he hasn't got a clue what he's doing. As a striker, he is not a striker. He is a left winger, an attacking left winger. He is not a striker, and I've been saying it for weeks and weeks and weeks now that he shouldn't be playing there. The only other option we've got is Mayenda, but I'm not going to slate Mayenda as much, because Mayenda, you can see, does put effort in on the pitch, and we can supply him a couple of different ways. But Mayenda comes and goes. You know what I mean? He'll have a good game, and then for the next 2 or 3 games after that, he's just gone quiet. And this whole thing of playing him on the wings, for me, it just doesn't work. Mayanda, I can't remember a time where he's give defences a hell of a time playing on the wings. I can see he's thinking, obviously, he's trying to play him as an additional forward, as additional support to Wilson Isidore, but he's no good. He's a striker, but in my opinion, he's not experienced enough. We in the January transfer window, and I'm going to say it now, and I know some Sunderland fans might be thinking, "Oh, you're talking crazy here," or whatever, but it's my opinion and my thoughts here. Lafay shouldn't have been signed. Yes, Lafay is absolutely world class and world quality. I'm not denying that, and he is, in my opinion, probably one of the best players in the Championship. I wouldn't say he's the best, but he's probably one of them. But ever since he's come back from injury again, he's just been a miss. And yes, he hasn't started some games, but he hasn't brought anything since he's come back from injury. I liked him when he was starting yesterday, playing on the left-hand side, but we need him in the middle at the end of the day, and we need to sacrifice Chris Rigg out of there. I'm going to get onto the midfield in a second, but going back to what I was saying there before, we should have went out and bought a striker with the money we spent on Lafay. His wages alone is something like £66,000. I mean, I don't know if that's completely accurate, but that's just from what I know. And then obviously there's going to be additional fees on top. There'll be clauses. It might be a monthly fee that we've got to pay Roma every single month. I don't know how much that is, but there will be things like that in place. We should have went out in January and signed on loan a Championship or a Premier League striker who's obviously not getting his game in the Premier League and wants to come down for a bit of experience and a bit more game time. There's plenty of strikers in the Premier League we could have went for who are not getting the game time, and we could have given them a good chance. We are missing a striker. We cannot score goals. Our attack is so poor. It's just unbelievable. And I can get it, yeah. There are chances being created by the likes of Paddy Roberts and maybe Chris Rigg, maybe. But there's nobody else creating any chances for her. Maybe Trey Hume and Sirkin, obviously, when he is fit. But that's it. There's nobody else on the pitch that's doing that for her. I'm going to move on to midfield. What an absolute shambles yesterday in that midfield. Dan Neil, poor. Joe Bellingham, poor. Not as bad as Dan Neil, but he was poor. Chris Rigg, yes, he had that head and it hit the post, but giving the ball away. Him and Dan Neil, Chris Rigg and Dan Neil, give the ball away so much yesterday. It's just unbelievable. For their second goal, just coming out of half time, obviously, it's come out, the lads had a bollocking at half time and they had, apparently they got laid into, but what did that change? Second half, they came out, they got a free kick on the edge of the box. Our wall was absolutely terrible. The wall was just split. So it gave them an easy opportunity for a shot at goal, and Patterson's save. Absolutely. I mean, yeah, he saved it, but what he did afterwards, he should be claiming that ball. He should be jumping onto that ball and making sure that they don't get a chance to finish it. But what happened, he did. Again, absolute howler. I can't give any players at the minute any sort of credit, because it's just been poor and poor and poor and worse and worse and worse. Excuses are coming out as well from some fans that I really want to address. This whole thing of, just these next couple of games are just a formality. It's just, getting the energy into the lads' legs and giving them that match conditioning. But we're not. It's still poor. And do we expect in this next game against QPR that we're just all of a sudden just going to switch on like that and play absolutely out of this world? We're not, in my opinion. And we're going to go into the playoffs as well on low form, low morale. The team is obviously not together. There's obviously something maybe going on with the team, whether it's low morale or they just can't sort of gel as a team anymore because we've had that many injuries maybe this season. I mean, that's fair enough. But at the end of the day, these guys are professional players, man. They should be given everything for this shirt. A lot of championship players get picked up by Premier League teams and teams from abroad, like big teams, and they can go out and sign for them and make more money than obviously they are now. Like Sir Jack Clark, he did it. Tommy Watson's off now to Brighton. I don't blame those players for leaving and getting better deals because they proved the worth. Not Tommy Watson, but Jack Clark did. I'm just so furious because I'll come on to this next point as well. I'm sick and tired of hearing fans say, oh, look where we were last season compared to where we are now. We've done superb, we've done this, we've done that. Yes, we have dramatically improved, but we've got an absolute fantastic chance right now to get promoted back into the top flight, Premier League football again. Yes, I understand some fans saying, oh, but we're going to get smashed every week, we're going to get relegated, all this, and and that's a fair opinion and a fair comment because it's happened to the teams that's gone up and come back down, you know what I mean? That has. But what it will bring for our club is the money that we need. And if we do get relegated, we're going to get those parachute payments in anyway, so we're going to have a hell of a good chance in the Championship again. So why we're not taking it? Why are we not taking this opportunity right now for where we are to get back to the Premier League, to be playing Premier League football again, back where Sunderland belong, in my opinion, and I'm not being deluded saying that. Sunderland, we were an established Premier League team for a number of years, and then obviously what happened has happened, but we're back. What's the excuse? I don't get it. We've got a fantastic opportunity now to get in the Premier League, and I'm sorry, but I will be absolutely gutted if we don't get promoted this season. Absolutely devastated, especially after the start of the season where we're in first and second position, leading the league, teams fearing we're playing us. We were on the front foot, pressing, playing nasty, aggressive, attacking football, making defences worry about our players. Teams are just taking the mick out of us. Yes, yesterday, Oxford have got everything to play for. They're playing for relegation, but that is not an excuse. Not an excuse. We've got quality compared to Oxford. Quality players. And I really don't blame players for wanting to leave. Why would we? If this is the mentality that's coming from Reggie LeBreeze and from our board, if I was a footballer at Sunderland, I'll be thinking, no, I'm away here. I want something better than this. I want to actually make, a good career here. I'm not just going to be in the championship. Oh, we've just missed it. Oh, we just made it. No, no, no. We've got a fantastic opportunity here, and if we play like this in the playoffs, I'm sorry, but after game one, that's it. We're done. We're finished. And I think, as much as I would like to hate to say it, there is a chance I think Reggie might get, he might get the boot. Even though from what he's done this season, he's up for a Manager of the Season award. He's a great manager with youth players, and he has brought some of the players on in our squad. But where's his plans now, man? Last week he came out in the interview saying it's time to switch mentality. It's time to turn it on now. Time to have a go at things and do things and succeed. I didn't see any of that yesterday. And I tell you what, if that doesn't change for QPR either, there's going to be, I tell you, especially for the last home game of the season, there's going to be massive fan backlash next week. We need to get it together. Get it together, Sunderland. Right? Every single one of them players on that pitch play for the shirt. We turn up, especially on away games, week in, week out. Sell out the away end every single game. It's just not acceptable. They're quite happy to take our money off her, but what they're giving back to us, the fans, you know what I mean? If anything, we're the heart and soul of the club. We're the ones that'll always be here. No matter what happens to the club, we will always be here. Do you not think that we deserve just a bit more ambition? Try harder on the pitch. At the minute, I don't see it. I'm sorry for this rant, but I need to get it out. And everything I've said is all my opinions and my thoughts. And I don't want to see Wilson Isidore start another game. And that might be a harsh thing to say, and people might think, well, who else we're going to start? Give one of the young'uns and the reserves a game. Trey Algansui, I think that's his name. Give him a blast. Because I tell you something, I bet he puts in a hell of a lot better performance than what bloody Wilson Isidore has been doing lately. He has just boiled me up. Nothing. No product. No goal in 12 games, I think it is now. No goal in 12 games for our main striker. It's not acceptable. Anyway, I hope you have a good day. And I'm sorry for this rant. But I needed to get my feelings out here. Take it easy.